Hi guys! In today's video, we'll be making this mini Barbie. I've been wanting to do this project for a while because it occurred to me it would be fun to make a Barbie doll to fit a Barbie. So that was my approach for this, and after doing a bit of math, I found out that my little miniature should be about 5 centimeters tall, and I made this small sketch to keep it easier to stay on track. To sculpt a little doll, I'll be using some Fimo clay, but you can use whatever brand of Polymer clay you want. I started with a small ball for the head, placing it on my ceramic base. Then I used my basic sculpting tools that I usually use, my dotting tools, X-Acto knife, needle tool and so on. You don't need to add tons of details in the sculpting part since this is so tiny and the majority of a Barbie's features are painted on. You just want to make sure you have an indent for each eyes, a tiny little nose, lips and a chin. I haven't been sculpting that much lately compared to what I used to do. Fun fact, back in the day all I did sculpt was miniature foods, and then I actually started making handmade 1:12 scale dolls myself, so I have actually sculpted quite a few faces. And here's how the face is looking. I realize it's kinda hard to see, but I'm trying to show you the profile. Then you want to pre-bake for a few minutes just to harden it and send in our progress. Now we can start on the body. Using my sketch as a size reference, I sketch out and cut the piece for the torso. Once you're happy with the torso, start rolling out snakes for the arms and legs. I didn't make my doll poseable since I wanted it to be static, but if you want to be able to move the arms and legs, you can build them up on a piece of wire and then stick that into the torso if you want to. For her feet/shoes, I just shaped them kinda like a wedge heel, so it was very firm, because I was afraid that a tiny Polymer clay heel would break off. And then I just shaped them to a point in the front to kinda mimic her wearing a pair of pumps. Then I added a drop of liquid clay to the neck, so we could attach the head. Then you're ready to pre-bake for another few minutes. And this is what we have so far. Now you can use more liquid clay to adhere some unbaked clay onto the back of the doll, both the head, torso, legs, arms and everything, to get rid of that flat back look. Once you're ready, you can bake the doll completely according to package instructions. And here's the baked doll. As you can see, I managed to stick pretty firmly to my sketch. Now we're gonna use acrylic paint to paint on all the details. I pretty quickly realized that it was really hard for me to paint this small while you guys could still see, because if the camera could see, then I couldn't really see. So throughout the process I kind of twisted the doll in different angles, trying to get a good look for both the camera and for myself. It's really hard to paint precisely this small, so what I do is I make a line, and then if it's too thick or squiggly, then I go in with my X-Acto knife and gently scrape away any excess. After painting on the basic details, I went in with a tiny bit of very light shading under the nose and around the nose bridge. And finally, a little bit of pink for the cheeks. And that's the face done. Besides that, I also painted on her shoes. Once you're all done painting, you can seal it in with a bit of matte glaze to protect it. Now let's make her dress. I used some pink canvas fabric, sketch out the top neckline and cut it out. Then I painted the edges with some acrylic paint, both to add a bit of details, but also to seal the edge so it wouldn't fray. Then wrap it around your doll, cut away any excess and glue the ends together. I cut a thin piece of fabric, painted it and then glued it on as a strap. Also glued on a piece of fabric for a bracelet. And finally, let's give her some hair. I used some viscose doll hair that I had left over from a previous tutorial. Spread the hair out in a very thin line, then add glue to the tops to make thin wefts. Cut away any excess glue, then start gluing the wefts to the doll's head. Once you get the whole head covered, it's gonna look something like this. And yes, it's very poofy. To try and tame that, at least on the top of the head, I'm going to put a piece of kitchen film over her and leave her to set for a little bit. And finally, I styled the hair with a bit of hairspray that I just sprayed onto my fingers and then stroked her hair down to get rid of the rest of the poof. And here we are! Our little mini Barbie is done. It is a little challenging to work in this small of a scale, but it is really fun though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a like if you did, and I'll see you guys in a new one real soon. Bye!